Hi Taurus, welcome to your April reading. There's a lot of 12th house energy for you this month because April is Aries season, Aries your 12th house. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're feeling like you're on the precipice of something exciting in your life. I'm sort of going for a pink theme for Taurus because I always associate Taurus with Venus and pink and quite feminine energy. And I also feel a lot of love energy coming through for Taurus. So the way I'm seeing it is at the minute you're maybe doing a lot of internal inspection with 12th house energy. So it's like your subconscious beliefs and processes and things. But it's very telling that we're going into birthday month because I feel like you're waiting to sort of be reborn in terms of your own limiting self-beliefs with regards to love in particular. I feel like with the Aries energy at the moment, you may be revisiting ideas or you're revisiting people because Aries retrograde, Mercury is going retrograde in Aries, and for you that 12th house energy can bring back a lot of people that you thought you were done with, but not necessarily in ways you'd expect. So it can bring them back in dreams, if not necessarily in person. You can run into them in old haunts, old places you've been before, but it's very you're going to feel a lot of reflection before the real excitement comes through. I feel like there's something very exciting coming through for Taurus at the end of April. So I'm going to set down your cards and see what we have for Taurus. Yeah, we have the Death card. That's the transformation that I was talking about. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio personality. Scorpios are very intense energy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You could be learning a lot from the Scorpio person, or you could be dealing with big changes in all areas of your life or a certain area in particular. So Taurus, April, Taurus, April. I feel like the Death card is more, if I could call it the birth card. In this case, I feel like I would, especially for you Taurus, I would call it the birth card rather than death. So it's more like you're being reborn than dying. You know what I mean? Like a part of you is being reborn. Three of Cups. That could be birth. That's good birthday celebrations. Judgment. Judgment crossing the Three of Cups. Friendships may be called into question this month, Taurus. The Emperor in the recent past. Six of Pentacles. Knight of Cups in the immediate future. Nine of Cups. Empress. That's your energy. And the Ace of Pentacles. And Eight of Swords. So I'm just going to move the computer so that you can see these lovely cards. I like these, Taurus. I like these a lot. Okay, so look at the because there's a few things coming through for work for you, Taurus. So we have the Emperor here in the recent past. Future is the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles crowning the reading. We have the Empress, which can be money as well. The Empress is so what I'm thinking with this pink theme, you know, this like feminine energy coming through. Venus. I believe Venus is going into your sign today, possibly tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. Yes, Taurus energy. So Venus in your sign means you're going to be very magnetic, you're going to be very attractive. So this is probably why I'm picking up this pink thing. Knight of Cups in the immediate future is definitely a romantic interest. With the Empress here in your environment, it's like you're coming across as very, very attractive and very, very appealing to people, whether you're a man or a woman. The Empress just represents that love energy. You know, it's not necessarily being a man and being feminine. It's more to do with being able to communicate with women better. Knight of Cups means you're particularly attractive because these are your environmental cards. So the Nine of Cups with the Empress means you're getting what you wished for, but you're possibly getting it too easy and you're a little bit suspicious of that. Or someone may be coming across very strong to you. You know, they're making moves quickly, they're really old school, and you're sort of like, what's the catch? Do you know what I mean? You're sort of a little bit suspicious of it. With Judgment here, I feel like you may be calling quits on a couple of friendships, or you may be calling quits on a couple of societies. It could be communities that you're involved in. It could be things like forums if we're going into the online world, you know, subscriptions or whatever. Things that you know, relationships that you've had one-on-one with. I think friends. Some of you may actually be giving up alcohol or partying more. You may also be giving up, I don't know why I'm getting this, you may be giving up online dating for some of you. Three of Cups to me is a very online dating card. You know, it's like you're dating different people, you don't know who they're talking to, you know they're talking to other people because you're all in this one thing. And I feel like with Judgment, you're kind of calling a halt to that, and you're like, no, I want something more authentic. And someone authentic comes in, like someone that is old school. I feel like you're going from attempting these more modern ways to finding a refreshing change in terms of who you're letting into your life and their values and the way they approach things. In the recent past, we have the Emperor. So you could have been dealing with someone who was in a position of authority. This could represent a boss in your life. It could represent your relationship with your father. It could also represent a lover that was quite domineering and liked to do things their way. So you may be sort of breaking free from someone else's ideal rather than your ideal, and you may be thinking, well, what suits me rather than what's suiting somebody else. You might have been working in a position where you were suiting someone else. There's an interesting opportunity coming through for you towards the end of the month, and that's the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be work related, or this could be a new relationship. There's something new coming through here, and it starts with an offer. So it starts with a direct face-to-face offer and an interaction with somebody where they're praising you. So there's very significant praise coming through here, and I feel like it's going to develop into something a bit more substantial. So it's not fleeting. When I see the Knight of Cups, sometimes it can be a romantic interest coming in and maybe them not being mature enough to take it further, but at the same time it can also be, when it progresses into something, it's someone that gives you that initial offer and then it moves. You know, the Knight of Cups is dependent on what comes after. And you may be dealing with someone who's quite, you know, I feel like they're quite emotionally, they're in touch with their feelings. They're emotionally aware. Yes, they're aware of their feelings, they're aware of how to approach other people. And this is where I'm getting that traditional feeling from, someone that's sort of old school. And it's a welcome change for you, because I feel like there's been a bit of frustration with trying, for those of you that are single, trying to date people in a more modern way, or I don't know, maybe trying dating multiple people and just feeling like, no, this isn't really me. Flew out there. Hierophant, yes, the traditional card. Yeah, you are looking for someone more traditional. This is also your energy, Taurus. Tradition. Yeah, this person is traditional. That just confirms it, really. Come back. There we go. Okay, so messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus in April. Messages Taurus. I think I'm gonna have to stop here. Cards are jumpy. So let's see. I think you like traditional, Taurus. Taurus is quite a traditional sign, particularly with Venus as your ruler. Venus is old school. You know, Venus is more into the flowers and the chocolates and the picking up at a house and being left off the door, you know, that type of thing. Because I feel like you've been in positions before, and I feel like a lot of Taurus people go through that dating period where someone's sneaky, and I think it hits Taurus people extra hard because you guys are traditional and you are romantic, and when someone is shortchanging you, you get very, very taken aback by it. You know, there's flighty people just don't do it for you. They're not compatible. Crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not matching your energy. There's someone that's been in your life romantically, and they don't match your energy at all. In fact, they put you out of sorts. They put you out of balance. They make you feel like you're not yourself. When you approach things, you're sort of like, I feel like I'm losing myself in this sort of relationship, and I feel like you've done that, and it's kind of done. Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're moving into a much better chapter. Two of Wands. So you're going to have choices. Two of Wands is always about choices. When it's beside the Emperor, I feel like you may have had a choice recently to leave one job for another, or you may have had to leave one person for an unknown path. I feel like you left something without a degree of certainty, which is quite difficult. But you're prospering with it. Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. You're feeling like you can give more. You're feeling like you can attribute more. I'm getting value. I feel like Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess, you're starting to understand your value, and you will only give as much as you're receiving. you know, I feel like with these people in the past that were very take, they sort of took advantage of your good nature. And with the High Priestess here and the Six of Pentacles, it's like you've come through that and you know what limits you have. With the Hangman here and the Knight of Cups, I feel like in terms of your romantic relationships, you are starting to see things from another perspective, and you're releasing yourself from feeling like the injured party in the relationships that you've been in before, or the actions that someone that you've been in a relationship has done before. If this is work related, I feel like you've made a choice to leave, or you've made a choice to make a change. You know in your mind you want to make a change, but you're sort of in limbo about it, and you're wondering what your options actually are. So I feel like you've maybe heard from some other job or somebody who's offered you positive criticism, and you're wondering where to go from it. Well, positive criticism, I guess, is positive. God, the word escapes me. Compliments, you know, it's complimentary energy. Someone's come in and told you, you know, you're really valuable, you're really good at this, you'd be really good at that. And it sparked an idea in your head, and you're like, I would be good at that, but what do I do with it? So there's the initial period of April, as I said with that Aries energy, the 12th house, there's a bit of inspection internally of who you are, what you want, and really thinking about things, not just going along with the rat race, you know, not just going to work, coming home. You know, you don't go to work and think, I can't wait to get home. You go to home, you're like, I can't bear going to work tomorrow. You're not just stuck in that, like, whatever. You're actually thinking about it. So you're thinking, what can I do with this? This person's told me I'm great at that. Or this person's offering me romantic intentions, and I'm like, what do I do with this? Will this just be another time waster? Or will this be something better? Nine of Cups and the Six of Cups. Okay, so what I said about that Mercury retrograde, people from the past returning, I feel like this isn't a bad thing. So for those of you that are thinking of a toxic relationship you don't want to go back to, ignore that. These are people that you've not heard from in a while, but you do want to hear from them. So these are positive people coming in. These aren't negative people. The Nine of Cups and Six of Cups is something you've wished for. So you may have wanted to see old friends, and you finally do. You may have wanted to reconnect with old family members you don't see very often, and you do. This is a positive thing, okay? This isn't somebody coming in that you really don't want to hear from. Page of Cups, yep. You're getting romantic offers a lot this month, Taurus. You're really coming across as very attractive energy. That Venus in your sign is doing you wonders. Six of Wands, victory, yeah. And the Five of Wands, okay. So you're coming out ahead of the competition. If you've been going for something that other people have, you're the victor. You're going to win. You're going to be appreciated. You're going to... This is particularly in the workplace, but I also feel this applies to love as well. You're going to be appreciated and celebrated. So this could be your birthday celebrations, of course, but I feel like this is more celebrating a particular achievement. Not that birthdays aren't achievements, because they are, but I don't know, some of you may not be looking forward to your birthday this year because your birthdays can be a time of assessing where you are, but you're getting this momentum going where you're actually starting to get very positive feedback, and you're getting very positive opportunities. If you have been offered a new job and you think it sounds great, but you have that hesitation, do try and take it. You know, I'm not telling you what to do specifically, but there's options going to come through for you that are very, very, very positive, and you will be appreciated and celebrated in whatever aspect of life it is that you're thinking of. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like it's work, but I feel like it is love too, because a lot of you have a fear of being alone. This is your hopes and fears, and the Queen of Swords to some is regarded quite rudely as spinster energy, and I really don't like that term. I really, really hate it. I think that's awful. But the Queen of Swords for me sometimes comes up for people that are scared of being alone, or scared that they're destined to be alone, or they're scared that they won't have anybody. And beside the Four of Swords here, I feel like you're I always regard the Four of Swords as down but not out. So you've had some of you definitely had a period of being single, and it could have been longer than you'd hoped for. Or you've had a period of feeling a little bit lonelier than you'd like. And when I see the Six of Wands as the outcome, I'm like, hurrah! You know, that's a relief. That's someone celebrating you. If you're in competition with other people, that's also coming through as a victory here. It's underneath 5 of Wands, but we have 6 of Wands as a victory. You're definitely being appreciated, that's for sure. I feel like there's more people behind the scenes that you're maybe not taking into account. If you're feeling lonely in terms of friendships, consider how many friends you actually have that maybe you don't see all the time, and reconnect with them, because there's reconnections here that are positive, reconnections that are very happy. So let's see, Taurus, April, Taurus, April. Hermit. Yeah, some of you have definitely been single for a long time, and you're definitely worried. Some of you are definitely worried you're not going to meet somebody. You're definitely worried you're going to be alone. Don't do that, Taurus. That's not the case. 10 of Swords in the past, so you have been badly hurt. That's a given. 4 of Pentacles, you found trouble releasing this, and you found trouble making decisions and moving forward in your own life. I feel like you've maybe mistrusted your judgment. So with the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands, you want to move one way, but you're holding on to what's familiar. Fixed signs typically have trouble moving forward. Change can be quite uncomfortable, but once you embrace it and it doesn't feel like change anymore, you start to move mountains. Queen of Cups. Okay, so we're definitely dealing with water sign energy. I know that a lot of people don't like signs being mentioned, because if it's not the sign they're thinking of, they get frustrated. Cards can mean any sign. They can represent an energy or they can represent a sign. You have to go with whatever you think it is, your intuition's telling you it's going for. It's just with a couple of water elements coming up here. So the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. People could be quite significant in your life at the minute. Similarly, air signs maybe, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. But I'm not really feeling like, there's a specific sign coming up here. But you can see the cards, and I'm sure you know which one is which. So if the sign that you're thinking of is coming up, you can probably see it. But I do feel like a water sign person's coming in quite significantly. But more so romance. 9 of Swords, 6 of Cups. There may be someone from the past that you're worried about, and that's why I cleared up earlier that you may be concerned about someone coming back and you really don't want them to. Or you may be concerned about somebody in general that you're losing sleep over. Just a little bit of worry towards somebody. But I don't feel like you should. I feel like things are very, in your immediate environment, we've the Empress, we have the 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups, Page of Cups, Magician. So positive. Even the Sun's come up here. Oh, held it too high. The Sun is here. Warmth. Leo energy, Gemini energy, Libra energy, that type of thing. But romantically, you have the gift of the gab. You're really selling yourself romantically is what I'm getting. You're going to have easier flowing of communication. If you're the type of person that has buckled up in conversations with someone you like, you suddenly are able to talk to them more. There's messages coming in that are romantic and exciting. So like flirting back and forward, back and forward. And the 8 of Pentacles. And underneath we have the 2 of Pentacles. Your work life is incredibly auspicious this month, Taurus. You're working towards bigger goals and you're working towards success. And the success that you're going to see this month is going to spur you on to work more. There's big developments going on in your work life. As I said, you're on the precipice of something big. There's been this period of shadow. The 7 of Swords and the Hermit here, it's this period of shadow where you're feeling like you don't want to put yourself out there for particular things, particular events or particular people. And you may have been shortchanged by people. People may have been more inclined to take from you than give, and you've felt a bit depleted because of that. Your energy has been withdrawn. You feel like you've been sucked into something you didn't want to be in, and then there's this vacuum and you're just like, oh, where do I go from here? Trouble moving in different directions, not knowing how to proceed. And it's okay to I would say take until about the 20th of April to do a bit more introspection. This 12th house energy is great for getting answers and really thinking about what you're going to do to propel yourself forward. And then when the Sun moves into Taurus, which is kind of like this Ace of Pentacles energy, that springtime, you get this renewal and this rebirth of things where you're just feeling like, I'm okay as I am. And I can move mountains and work if I want to, and I can give new people chances, even if I don't know, I've been feeling a little bit concerned about it in the past, because you're really attracting in a lot of potentials here. And I feel like in terms of someone coming in, they may not seem groundbreaking, but you're going to be having a lot of fun in terms of receiving romantic messages, going on dates, that type of thing. If you're in a relationship, I can see you celebrating a milestone, like an anniversary, or, you know, just, I can see you being happy with the situation you're in, whatever it is romantically. You know, you're being appreciated, and that's massive to someone that's ruled by Venus. You know, Venus needs to be appreciated. It's a beautiful planet, and if you don't appreciate Venus and ignore it, it can feel very it can go toxic, because the actual planet Venus literally in a sense has toxic energy. No one could survive on it, but it is beauty. It is beauty, so it's there to be appreciated. You're supposed to really, you know, embrace the elements and the planets that you have, and being ruled by Venus is very, very lucky. It gives you great class, it gives you great beauty, and of course if your romantic life is suffering, it does hurt you more because it's your planet, but you get that appreciation this month, and I do think it's probably because Venus is in your sign. But you also get a lot of growth in your career and in your love life, and you see a real progression that you probably haven't seen in a while in terms of getting what you need. I feel like you're getting what you need, Taurus. You're gonna have so many suitors. I mean, I can see very smart people wanting to go out with you, and that's testament to who you are, because they can see who you are as a person. They're making smart choices. So if a very smart person's going for you, it's because you're a great catch. You know, like, they know what they're going for, they know what they want. So whenever someone's going for you, if you're thinking about who they are and whatever, don't talk yourself down or don't sell yourself short, because you are coming across as a great catch, Taurus. This is like this 9 of Cups energy, 6 of Cups energy. It's like that whole my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, blah, 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 that type of thing. The Empress, Page of Cups. This won't apply to everyone, of course, but some of you may be pregnant, or some of you may be getting pregnant if you've been trying to, because Empress is generally children. With the Page of Cups, it can be news of a child. And as I said, the Death card came out. It was like, I was interpreting it more as birth. So some of you may be expecting a baby, or some of you may be hoping for a baby. I feel like babies and children are coming across very well aspected this month as well. And she's even holding her stomach in the way that sort of looks like a bump. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of like a bump to me. It's just the dress, but just the way it looked there. Being quite excited about it. Being ready for it. Drinking something that's not alcoholic. That type of thing. Romance is coming through. Career advancement is coming through. I feel like there's a lot of positive energies. I mean, your spirit has been doing battle with people that haven't given you what you need, and I feel like you're getting a lot more fulfillment and appreciation, Taurus. There's a lot of appreciation coming through, so just enjoy it and just embrace it. Don't question it. Don't be so suspicious. So I shall see you for your May reading, Taurus. Until then, take care. Goodbye.